Where y'all been? Where y'all been? Welcome back to Reality Imbalance. Happy Wednesday. It is Wednesday, right? Mercury Day. It is the day of the Mercury. And you know what's so funny? On TV, there was somebody named Mercury. I was like, that is such a good name to be called Mercury. So the sunlight obviously is hitting my face, in a major way. And if I do that, it'll be a lot of shadow. So we're going to opt for the sun hitting my face in a major way. But yeah, isn't Mercury like just a fantastic name for a person, an individual, to name them Mercury? I know Future has the name Pluto. Like, you know what I'm saying? Not too many people are named Saturn, but I was watching something that was on the news. Maybe it was like a basketball team. I don't know, y'all. Was on at the gym, and it was like, this person, will they defeat Mercury? But either way, it's like Mercury is like a really good first or middle name, right? But happy Mercurian Day, or whenever you get to watch this live. Make sure you guys like and sub up the channel. Sub up the channel. Okay, we're going to talk about a little bit about the first chapter in my book of Affirmations, Volume 1 for a Survivor, Expressions of Individuality. And the first chapter is called Creator. But before we get to that, I have to say this every now and again. Right? So, although we live in this algorithmic world, don't fret. You know what I'm saying? Don't even sweat it, right? When you are in tune with the natural senses of yourself, when you are in tune with the natural senses of your purpose, this algorithm source that is running these platforms have no purpose against you. Because I've always said this, and I always knew this, and this is just another reminder out loud to the universe, okay? And for those who are listening, that the spirits, ancestors, they're a lot quicker, they're a lot faster, they're a lot more potent. They have already overcome these weak, whack societies. So an algorithm can't touch this in MC Hammer's language, right? They cannot touch or even come close or near the ancestral plane, right? When you're on your purpose, when you know your value, okay? Because I notice there is a lot of people who do have words, who do have truth, okay? And they are fighting and windmilling at the air, trying to figure out why their numbers aren't a certain specific way. But guarantee that the great ancestors will bring those who need the message the most for these people, for these influencers, right, on social media. The ancestors will come through. They're a lot quicker than the algorithms, okay? They're a lot faster than any type of data center. Know that. Okay? So y'all keep keeping on, those who are out there creating and manifesting, okay, and feeling like they're fighting against the material plane, fighting to take screenshots and showing it to their lawyers because they messing with my numbers. Have this stance within yourself that your ancestors, when you are on your purpose, those who need to receive the message, they will get the message regardless. They will get the message. And sometimes it may not be anytime soon. Just know that the message has value. This message will transcend 10, 20, 30 years from now. Okay? Some people just need to catch up, and ancestors want everybody to speak their truth no matter what. Okay? Inside social media, outside social media, they want you to stand up for truth. But besides that, y'all, I hope y'all are having a fantastic Mercury day, right? I can't really tell to see what the sun is truly doing, all right? Yeah, so I'm here to talk a little bit about the first chapter of my book, Affirmations for a Survivor, Expressions of Individuality. And the first chapter is called The Creator. Okay, so there's about maybe 8 or 9 words of power affirmations underneath the title, chapter, first chapter description, The Creator. But I'm only going to go through about maybe 3 or 4 of them, just depends. All right. So if you've been watching my last videos, okay, we've been talking about the technology of the self, the technology of the body, which has become manifested here after we exit the womb plan. Okay, after we exit the black hole, how our technology is manifested even more greater. See, before the womb, you have the technology of experiencing the mind. No challenges, right? You might been in a growth realm, right? Where you had already evolved in this realm. But there is a greater purpose for you to be here today, right now, in these moments. So you have exit out of the womb plan. I don't know why they're saying plan, but you exit out of the womb plan, a portal. And now you're here and you are technology. The technology I like to speak about the most is your words being activated as technology, as your words being technology. The things that you speak about your life, the things that you speak into existence, the things that you speak in regards to your path, which is not linear, it's all technology. All of these things are being formed greatly as you speak, or they're declining as you continue to seek external things. All right. So the first words of power affirmation, you guys, everyone, it's called I Am, underneath the chapter of the Creator. I might have my book here. Let me check. I thought I bought it yesterday. Okay. So this is the semi-updated version. Still waiting for the other version. But this is the semi-updated version, okay, of Affirmations for a Survivor, Expressions of Individuality. The newer version has slightly changes on the cover and within the book. So the chapter that I'm referring to, for everyone who has already purchased the book, thank you. We are on Creator, the Creator chapter. And the first words of power affirmation is titled, I Am. Titled, I Am. So I am is a technology. You are the technological factor of being here. So let me read this for y'all right quick. I did not plan on reading this affirmation, but listen very closely. Listen very closely, okay? Like time, I am experiencing high and low fluctuations of the hand, a regenerative will for the soul to expand in the great spiral of life, changing directions again. Exalt in verity. I am aware of all three. Me, myself, and I invariably look to the one eye, observing everything I am. Right? we can dive a little bit in here deeper, but I had no plans on reading this words of power affirmation. I just want you to see and understand the relevance of why you are here, because you have a plan. You have an action plan of why you're here is to expand in this great circle of life, okay? And sometimes we have to change directions again. There is no parallel path in life, right? None. But they are already aligned simultaneously by the thoughts of your mind. I might have said that we are fluctuating high and low, like the clock on the hand, but yet still the highs and the lows are still occurring simultaneously, and not in a parallel or a perpendicular type of alignment. They are all mashing up to I am. Hello, Mary. They're all mashing up to I am. Right? See, this is why I talk about the technology of the mind and the technology of the power of our tongue. And how yesterday I was saying how we are just been commodified to the smallest particles, subatomical particles, existence of our life. We have been commodified because this is done by design, and why, like, having equality, there is no function of equality when it comes to a system out here in this material plane, right? This is why you have, the proletarians, okay? Then this is why you have the homeless. This is why you have the middle class, okay? It's the station inside your mind. Oh my God, there's like 5 different deer running across the field. My bad. I'm sorry, y'all. I'm not trying to get distracted. You probably can't even see it. They gone. They gone. That was so fast. They ran across the field. There was like 5 deer running across the field. But anyway, so when it comes to like our economical substance of ourself, it is done by design, so we can all reframe in our mind on how to judge other people based on these particular things that are going on with them, sociologically, ultimately, okay? Or judge people based on their religion, or judge people based on their education. But the forces of I am is what you are. Hopefully this is making sense, right? Because there's all coming so fast in my brain, okay? The sources of you as the creator is the greater I am. Okay, the outside, the sociological, unequal issues of society are external factors. They are external, right? You may pay and play a part of that, but it does not make up for why you are here today. As a matter of fact, most of us are working within the structures and working outside of these structures, okay? Because we are aware that there is no equality within any social structures, all right? But outside, what did DMX say? It's hot and hell is hot, or something like that. That's what it is on an external. When you look outside, when you look at other people, you look at individuals, it's automatically allowing you to judge them, okay, to predict them, to preference them based on these sociological factors, okay, of people being unequal. And the keys to all that, y'all, right? I'm going to just stick on this for a couple more moments, is that you are I am. You are nothing like those social boundaries, right? The pee pads that they have people on the 4 corners, little doggies be on the pee pads and go pee right there. Don't pee off of the pad, right? I feel like this is how they limited us so much, that we forgot about our technology of our word, our technology, the sense of ourselves, why we are here with a plan already originally. And our plan is by our purpose. This is what brings us back to being the creator. Y'all remember when you were young? I always thought about this, but I never asked because I didn't think that they ever knew, my guardians or whatever, like, what is the purpose of life? Why are we here? Because all they do is give you some religion fashion. Oh, well, God put you here, or I don't know. You know what I'm saying? But you have a purpose of being here outside of religiosity, outside of education, outside of, family. Okay, outside of did I say education already? My bad. Okay, you already have a plan. It was already embedded in you, and that is within your purpose. Your purpose, your purpose, your purpose, your purpose. A lot of times your purpose, you're thinking like, oh, well, shit, I ain't gonna make me no money. They ain't gonna make me no money. I can't be an artist. That ain't gonna make no money. Well, society has disallowed for a lot of artists, unless you're rich already, to stand out from the ground, right? And a lot of times artists don't make a lot of money until they have already transformed out of this realm. But see, I think, and I know that it's in the mindset of the artist, right? They're looking for a payout for their artistry, as they should, but their payout is in the spirit. What they love to do is control people's emotions, right? They want you to watch for the numbers, to look for the numbers, to react on the numbers, take screenshot of the numbers, because something is off, something is not right. But what the ancestors is trying to get you to do is being in alignment with you, your true self. The money will come, right? Once you quit lending out your emotions to the society that is eating you like steak and potatoes, okay? With no vegetables. They want your emotions. So this quick reminder, you guys, because I'm going to go and play outside, is that you are a creator. You were born with a purpose. Rewind this live. Listen to the words of power, affirmation, I am, again, right? Let it be a reminder that no path here is straight. It may be a circle, it may be going diagonal, but it all aligns to the uniqueness of you through your experiences. So no matter how much you have or how less you have does not devalue you as an individual. Know that you are here for a prime reason. For you are here for a greater purpose. And you know what your purpose is. Unless you've gotten older and you paid attention to everything else besides yourself. I'm pretty sure you know what your purpose is. As I said, exalt in verity. I am aware of all three. Me, myself, invariably look to one eye, the crown, observing everything that I am, because life is short. Life is short. That means to be at the highest stance of society, right? Let you be society, being at the highest vibration. These girls be so funny, right? They're hilarious. Squirrels, they're really funny. That means being at the highest ability every moment in your mind. I'm gonna call them right back, okay, y'all? So I will talk to y'all in a couple hours. Plus, I gotta go anyway. I can't call them. I'll talk to y'all in a couple hours. Save this live. Go back and listen to the words of power affirmation. I am. I want you guys to balance and to continue to be healed in peace. Peace.